Number 1. The Proverbs chapter 31 woman. Proverbs chapter 31, verse 10. An excellent wife, who can find? For her worth is far above jewels. Proverbs chapter 31 presents a detailed metaphor of feminine wisdom within the context of family and community. This chapter describes the woman who is now known as the Proverbs chapter 31 woman. It begins with King Lemuel recounting advice given to him by his mother. In verses 10 to 31, Lemuel receives a clear description of the kind of woman he should seek, and his mother emphasizes that such women are rare. The Bible considers two things to be more valuable than rubies: the virtue of wisdom, Proverbs chapter 3 verse 15, and a woman of noble character. A woman who is more valuable than rubies possesses rare and valuable godly characteristics. The question, a wife of noble character who can find, indicates that finding such a wife requires a diligent search. Lemuel's mother denotes that this woman is exceptionally rare. Proverbs chapter 31 goes into great detail describing the attributes of a wife who is more precious than rubies, the kind of woman a wise young man should seek. Proverbs chapter 31, verse 11. The heart of her husband safely trusts in her, so that he shall have no need of spoil. The husband has complete faith in his wife, entrusting his heart to her. As a result, he can confidently go about his daily routines, not feeling the need to chase after material possessions that do not contribute to a happy home. Proverbs chapter 31, verse 12. She will do him good and not evil all the days of her life. Her love, founded on good principles, is unchangeable. She consistently brings goodness and positivity into her husband's life. Proverbs chapter 31, verse 13. She seeks wool and flax and works willingly with her hands. This means that she not only works hard but also enjoys doing so. She is not obligated to perform her tasks due to lack of assistance but rather believes that labor is a duty for all, and idleness violates a universal law. Proverbs chapter 31, verse 14. She is like the merchant's ships. She brings her food from afar. She extends her operations beyond her immediate neighborhood, seeking the best markets and advantageous terms for purchasing food from distant places. She always strives to make an honest profit. Proverbs chapter 31, verse 15. She rises also while it is yet night and gives food to her household and portions to her maidens. In Eastern homes, a lamp is always kept burning at night. As it is a small lamp, the diligent housewife must rise at midnight to replenish the oil. She often begins her household work by grinding corn and preparing meals for the next day. The quality of the food we eat affects our energy, so she takes responsibility for the well-being of those close to her. Proverbs chapter 31, verse 16. She considers a field and buys it. With the fruit of her hands, she plants a vineyard. She focuses her attention on a specific field that she deems desirable, and after careful examination and consideration, she purchases it. This verse also depicts her independence and proactiveness as she invests her own money in acquiring assets. Her prudent management and economy enable her to buy vines and establish a vineyard, increasing her output. It's possible that she recognizes the field's suitability for grapes and cultivates it accordingly. The woman described in Proverbs chapter 31 knows her value and takes care of herself, understanding that she cannot care for others if she neglects her own physical and spiritual well-being. She ensures she maintains a respected appearance in her community, but her most important asset is her devotion to godliness. Number 2. Abigail, the unforgettable woman. Abigail, also known as the unforgettable woman, is a truly inspiring figure. Her story serves as a reminder of the importance of having a valuable teammate in our lives. Abigail's qualities of hospitality, knowledge, and independence played a crucial role in saving her husband from the disastrous consequences of his foolish actions before David, the soon-to-be king of Israel. After the death of the prophet Samuel, David sought refuge in the wilderness of Paran in the southern part of Judah, away from Saul's murderous schemes. At this time, Nabal, Abigail's husband, was shearing his sheep there. David sent some young men to ask for a gift in exchange for the protection he had provided for Nabal's flock. However, Nabal responded to David's servants with selfishness and rudeness, which enraged David. He gathered about 400 men and marched towards Carmel with the intention of punishing Nabal and his household. 1 Samuel chapter 25 verses 12 to 35. When David's men returned and informed Abigail about the situation, she wasted no time. Abigail recognized David's goodness and how he had protected their shepherds while they were in the fields. She understood the imminent danger they faced due to Nabal's reckless behavior and lack of gratitude. Abigail swiftly took action to prevent harm from befalling her family. Abigail gathered provisions, including 200 loaves of bread, 2 jugs of wine, 5 prepared sheep, roasted grain, raisins, and figs. She loaded them on donkeys and sent her young men ahead to meet David. She chose not to inform her husband about her actions. 1 Samuel chapter 25 verse 18. As Abigail was riding on her donkey, she encountered David and his men descending towards the water. She immediately dismounted and fell on her face before David, showing him great respect. Abigail pleaded with David, taking the blame upon herself for her husband's actions. She urged him not to pay attention to Nabal's worthlessness and stupidity. Abigail acknowledged the significance of David's role in God's plan. She reminded him that the Lord had restrained him from shedding blood and taking revenge into his own hands. She assured David that his enemies would be dealt with, just as a sling casts away a stone. Abigail's words appealed to David's understanding of God's greater purpose. 1 Samuel chapter 25 verses 23 to 31. Moved by Abigail's wisdom and discernment, David recognized the favor and intervention of the Lord through her. He praised her for keeping him from bloodshed and accepted the provisions she brought. David acknowledged her wisdom and granted her request to return to her house in peace. 1 Samuel chapter 25 verses 32 to 35. Abigail's actions demonstrate the power of good influences in our lives and the importance of wise counsel. She exemplified courage, humility, and kindness. Abigail's ability to anticipate David's response, her careful choice of words, and her recognition of God's hand in the situation saved her family from potential disaster. Abigail's story highlights the significance of having a spouse, friend, or teammate who holds us accountable and helps us be responsible. Her actions showcase the power of wise counsel and the potential to prevent bad situations from escalating further. The stories of the Proverbs chapter 31 Woman and Abigail provide valuable lessons about the qualities of noble character, wisdom, and the importance of having a valuable teammate in our lives. They inspire us to pursue godliness, to be diligent, proactive, and to use our influence for good. These women serve as timeless examples of strength, wisdom, and faithfulness that continue to resonate with us today. As we reflect on these remarkable women, it is essential to recognize the lessons they teach us about the power of relationships and the influence we have on others. Both the Proverbs chapter 31 Woman and Abigail exhibit strength, resilience, and wisdom in different contexts, but their underlying principles remain consistent. The Proverbs chapter 31 woman is described as an excellent wife, a woman whose worth surpasses that of jewels. She possesses rare and valuable godly characteristics, making her a treasure to find. Her husband's heart safely trusts in her, and she brings him good and not evil all the days of her life. This woman exemplifies the qualities of hard work, diligence, and responsibility. She seeks wool and flax and willingly works with her hands, demonstrating her dedication and industrious nature. She goes above and beyond, even extending her operations beyond her immediate neighborhood to secure the best provisions for her household. This woman rises early, ensuring the well-being of her family and managing her resources wisely. She understands the importance of maintaining a respected appearance in her community while prioritizing her physical and spiritual well-being. Abigail, on the other hand, exhibits remarkable courage and discernment in a moment of crisis. Her husband's actions threatened their entire household, and her quick thinking and diplomatic approach averted disaster. Abigail recognized David's character and the significance of God's purpose for him. She used her knowledge, wisdom, and humility to defuse the situation and plead for mercy. Abigail's intervention not only saved her family but also prevented David from committing a regrettable act. Her actions highlight the importance of accountability, responsible decision-making, and the power of words in resolving conflicts and building bridges. The stories of these women remind us of the influence we have on others and the responsibility we bear in our relationships. They inspire us to embody godly virtues such as wisdom, diligence, kindness, and humility. By cultivating these qualities, we can positively impact those around us and navigate challenging situations with grace and discernment. In our own lives, we should seek to emulate the Proverbs chapter 31 woman's work ethic, prioritizing our responsibilities and striving for excellence. We should also learn from Abigail's example by being attentive to the needs of others, using our knowledge and wisdom to diffuse conflicts, and promoting peace and reconciliation. As we strive to become better individuals and build strong relationships, let us remember the valuable lessons taught by these unforgettable women. Their stories continue to resonate through the ages, encouraging us to embrace godly characteristics and cultivate meaningful connections. May we, like the Proverbs chapter 31 Woman and Abigail, leave a lasting impact on our families, communities, and the world around us. Now, it's time for you to be an integral part of our journey. By engaging with our video, you not only show your support for our channel but also help us in reaching a wider audience. Your likes, comments, and shares carry immense value, as they influence the algorithm and make it more likely for others to discover and enjoy our content. Together, we can create a ripple effect, spreading knowledge, inspiration, and entertainment to viewers around the globe. In this channel, we're passionate about delivering exceptional content that resonates with our viewers. By watching, liking, commenting, and sharing this video, you become a vital catalyst for our success. Join us on this extraordinary voyage and help shape the future of our channel. Together, we can make a difference, one click at a time. Thank you for your invaluable support.